am going to tell you about my worst One Direction experience ever. I've been to 3 One Direction concerts. I went to the Take Me Home tour. I went to Where We Are tour. I think that's what it's called. And I went to the Today Show at Universal. It was great to see them, but I'll tell you what happened. Me and my friend, her mom and her grandma all went to Universal to see One Direction. We went over the day before, I think it was a Thursday night, and we were skipping school on Friday. It was like a big deal for me because I'm never really allowed to skip school, and I was really pumped, really excited. We were staying in a hotel overnight. We could walk over to Universal from the hotel we were staying at. It was just a great plan. We had it all planned out. We were going to wake up really early at like 2 a.m. and go on over, get like front row seats. We scoped everything out the day before. We were pumped. So we woke up at 2, kind of miserable because it was so early in the morning. We got up, got dressed, and went out to get into the park. We were walking there and there were a ton of people. You could see them already. They were just like packed full. We got into a really long line coming from our hotel, not even the entrance to the park. It was a free concert, so like anybody could go. We stood in line and we got up to where they were letting people from the entrance in and people from the hotels in. And there were security guards there. All of a sudden there was a lot of pushing and shoving, and there were security guards yelling and moms yelling. People were losing their kids. One mom got so upset, got all up into the face of one of the security guards. It was really terrifying because it happened like right behind us. We were trying to stick together. There were a few moms that were freaking out because their kids had ran ahead and they couldn't find the kids because there was a huge sea of people there. It was just a wreck. There was no organization, and it was dark because it was still like 3 o'clock in the morning. We get in and we try to find a good spot because where we had planned to stand before was, we didn't know this, but you could basically, there were like VIP packages, I guess, to stand in front of the boys. So there was the stage, there's like a lake river thing behind it, and then another set of people. So we tried to get around that side, but it was blocked off. No one would let us through. We were wondering how they got over there, but we couldn't get over there. So we decided to go on the opposite side of the lake from the stage. I don't know how exactly we got there. I think we kind of like snuck into an area because we had been led by a security guard to an area where you couldn't see anything. It was absolutely tragic. We like kind of snuck into the area like right across, and everyone had already trampled all the bushes. Poor Universal, their landscape was wrecked. They had trampled all the bushes. We were right up against the gate, and it was like 4 o'clock and they weren't going on till 7 or 8, I think. So we had like 4 hours to spare. My friend's mom had found somewhere to sit, somewhere to chill out, and we were standing where we wanted to see the concert. We ended up sitting down like in the bushes. I sat on a banana peel. Obviously someone from the previous days, because you obviously don't sit in bushes, had thrown a banana peel into the bushes. So I sat on that. Luckily I was like wearing a sweatshirt, but it was my friend's sweatshirt, so her sweatshirt got banana peel all over it. It was nasty, absolutely disgusting. I think around 6 o'clock, I want to say, the boys came out for a sound check. They all came over in a boat. They circled around a couple times. They came pretty close to us, which was really cool because we were like only one person deep from the fence. So they came pretty close to us and like waved and stuff so we could actually see them. And that's when we found out Zayn wasn't there. And they said that Zayn, I think, was sick. I don't know if he was in the hotel or he didn't even come to America and he was still in England and he was sick, or he like came to the hotel and he was sick in the hotel. I don't even know where he was. I just know that he wasn't there. They came up in the boat, did their sound check, and left. The anchors of the Today Show, they were there at 7 reporting and stuff. We ended up moving to a concrete place to the left of the stage. They had tents set up by the pier where they could get on to the stage. We stood right across from the tents, and it was pretty cool. Like, we saw Lou Teasdale come out of the tents. We saw Lottie, Louie's little sister, there. We saw a few other people. We saw them in the commercial breaks going in and out of the tents, and they'd like wave over to us and stuff, which was probably the most exciting part of the whole experience. From where we were, you couldn't see much. They were really small. They were like this small. Most of the time we just saw their backs. Obviously there were like commercial breaks and stuff in the TV show. They'd introduce a song, they'd sing the song, then they'd just chill. They did an interview at one point in time. That's how it went. The problem with the actual songs was that singing along didn't really work out. They'd sing something and then it'd come out in the speakers by us, so we were hearing double. So we were trying to sing along with them, but when we heard it coming through our speakers, people were getting mixed up, and it was just really bad in Best Song Ever because they didn't have Zayn's high notes. I don't know what they did, but it was really confusing and no one knew what was happening. So that was kind of awkward and not really cool. It didn't really work out. I love One Direction. Their performances are really good, but my Universal experience was not fun. I'm really lucky to have been able to see One Direction those 3 times, and the 2 other times were Arena Stadium, both really good seats, and I'm just really lucky to have been able to see them all those times, especially since they're kind of broken up now. Louis had his baby a couple of days ago, and Zayn's coming out with his album in March, and I just thought that I would share my One Direction story with you because it was pretty crazy. I'm glad I got to go. So that was my One Direction story, and I'll see you on Friday. Love you. Because I'm never really allowed to Okay, awkward.